Welcome back to the Dolor Factor. Well, I have Tracey with me, and she knows all about spas and how to feel good and how to look good ultimately, because when you feel good, you look good. I'm sure I'm right?
Absolutely, yes.
Good. So, Tracey, what is your ultimate aim for our viewers after the show? What would you like them to take away with them?
Well, first of all, I'd really like them to see the face behind my business, so they hopefully get to know me a little bit better, that they feel comfortable with me, that they understand that I am here for advice, and I'm knowledgeable. And also I want them to realise that coming to a spa is really about well-being and health, and it's both physical and mental. So it's not just a question of a treat, it's actually something that's really important in your lifestyle.
It's true, and you know, women especially, we always make sure we go to the hairdressers, you know, nearly every week, or as soon as we payday, we go to the hairdressers, we get our nails done, which is one of the services that you provide as well, don't you? You do manis and pedis and all those wonderful things.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, we do manicures, pedicures and shellac and all the modern services, as well as the things you'd expect, like the massages.
Good. Now, we're not only going to tell you about all the services that Tracey provides, but also the reasons why you should consider doing them, because they are really an ultimate part of your physical well-being and even your mental well-being. You know, when you go to the hairdressers, you feel wonderful, don't you? So when you go to the spa, you shouldn't have to think of doing it for a birthday treat or, you know, an anniversary treat. It should be something that you build into your regime of health, right?
Absolutely, yes.
So, Tracey, how did you get to St. Lucia?
Yeah, I came here in 2006, and it was really not a life plan. It wasn't something that was planned out. I had travelled a little bit around Europe and America, but I'd never been to the Caribbean before. And I was looking at a slight change in my career. I was teaching in a big college in London and working, teaching spa treatments.
Okay.
Yeah, so absolutely, always worked in the spa industry, and I trained as a beauty therapist in the UK many years ago. More than I care to say, 30 plus.
Wow.
So basically I looked around at different opportunities, different jobs, went to a recruitment agent in the UK, and then a job in the Caribbean came up. So that was basically 3 months later, I was on a plane and I was on my way.
Wow. So when you were job hunting, were you looking for any job whatsoever?
Within the spa industry, and preferably staying in teaching and training, because training has really been my passion, all of my life, to teach and teach spa business. So this was a perfect opportunity. It was in the Caribbean. It was a very large hotel with a big spa that needs a permanent training manager. So that was my role, and I was there from 2006 until 2008. But kind of another thing that kept me here was I was here 3 months, and again, not a life plan. I met my husband, who already lived here. He's originally from the UK, but as I am now, we're both St. Lucian citizens. We've been here over 10 years, and within a year we were married. So it kind of tells your audience that anything can happen.
Well, you know what? I'm going to say to the audience doubly, if you're actually from the UK and you're watching this and you want to get married, come to the Caribbean, you know, because it's true. You know, I met my husband here as well, and he's not St. Lucian. So a lot of people, they come here.
Radiate to the sun.
Yeah, you come here because you want to change your lifestyle. And this whole series of Dolor Factor, we've been saying to you, if there's something in your life that you want to do it. Plan it and let it happen, because you just never know. I mean, you didn't know that this was going to happen.
No idea. It was the last thing on my mind. It was, you know, career-wise, I thought possibly I would stay at the resort that I was working at for maybe 1 year, possibly 2. After the 2 years, then I decided that it was good to move on into consulting, which is where face-to-face consulting came from. And then, as all things, recession kind of affected everybody, and a lot of the resorts were not taking as much consulting work. So crazy or not, I don't know, it was probably not the best time to open a business, but I decided that was the time to do it. And that was where Face-to-Face Day Spa came about. So it's really just been reinventing myself. I've had to rethink, and as recession hits, everybody has to think of other ways of you know, kind of running a business and what to do. But it has worked very well in 4 years.
But how did that feel, moving from being safe to being the employee, and you knew every month money was coming in, to now you are the employer, and you've got to make sure that the income is coming in so you can pay your staff?
Yeah, it is challenging at times, very, and it's quite difficult to know, you know, in terms of staffing. I have 3 wonderful ladies that work for me.
I can contest to that. Oh, she put me to sleep.
Absolutely, Faith's amazing.
She just put me to sleep.
So it's tricky, because obviously I have a responsibility to them, but that's where my expertise in marketing, and obviously that's one of the reasons why I'm with you today. You know, wanting to get the message out there. So, I've really had to work hard at it, and I've learned a lot in the 10 years that I've been here. Even though I've been in the industry a long time, it kind of stretched all my skills, but it's worked very well.
What would you say to someone who's watching us right now and saying, you know what, I think I'm really good at something. It doesn't have to be spa, it can be anything. And they've seen you transition from the cold to the hot, to single to married, to non-business owner to business owner. What would you say to that person who's like, I would love to do this? What would you say?
I definitely do have to have a plan. I mean, my life path was not particularly planned this way, but in terms of business, it definitely has been planned out. Have an understanding bank manager, that always helps. But, and have a plan of when, if you are taking a loan, to pay it back and whatever, and which is what we've worked with the business, and it's worked very well. And it's hard work. It's very hard work, but I would say take the leap, take the chance and just do it. Because if I hadn't got on that plane in 2006, I would not be here now.
And you wouldn't be St. Lucian.
No.
When we come back, Tracey's going to tell us the benefits of some of the services she provides. So stay with us.